To Totalfidence when you are tired of shrinking in the diaspora. Welcome to the Confidence in the Diaspora series. Yes, I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. Yes, the lead coach at the Smart Speakers Academy. The one who is sent to busy professionals to help them unlock unshakable confidence by mastering 3 LS skills: smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Today, we want to have another conversation on the Confidence in the Diaspora series. As July comes to an end, I'm just imagining how many days we've been on this conversation to help every professional in the diaspora. And a lot of eye-opening has been done, a lot of light has been shared, a lot of voice has been given to what people have been suffering in the diaspora, especially those who migrate from this part of the world to or from any part of the world to anywhere else that feels new, different, and the unfamiliarity can cause lots of identity crisis. Well, today I want to move you from silence to Totalfidence if you are that professional in the diaspora. What you want to do right now is to go ahead, tag a professional, let them know that this conversation has begun again. He has to be here every day to let you have everything that you need to unlock unshakable confidence. Hi, today we have Ekero Dokuma as the first person to join us today. Hi, Anome. So good to have you here. So today we want to unlock your silence and move it to Totalfidence. Please, this is not the kind of conversation that you should be on alone. You want to go and invite everybody that you know. You are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, tag a professional that you know. Follow this page. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's also help everybody that we know unlock the confidence that they require to unlock. I hope that you have tagged somebody today to be here. All right, let's get into this conversation from silence to Totalfidence. Let me begin by saying that confidence is not total. I'm not trying to trigger you. Confidence is not total. Confidence is not complete. When the confidence travels and then it cannot survive the peculiarities of the new environment. Yes. Now, this is why I had to query that term and I had to rename something and I called it Totalfidence. Because if the confidence that you have, why I'm saying this is because too many professionals who left their home for the diaspora were confident people. There are people doing a lot. There are people covering a lot of things in several areas of their life. Like they were up there, they were top there. But ever since they went to the diaspora, the confidence could not make it beyond the airport. The fear still traveled with them. Their visa could not chase it away. So it means that confidence is not total. So there's something then called Totalfidence, which is what you need to actually unlock your confidence. All right. If you're a professional in the diaspora, come closer, come with your note and pen. This is not just about speaking up. This is about reclaiming yourself. It's not just about being able to speak up. It's about reclaiming yourself. We're going to walk you through a conversation today that will take you out of survivor mode silence into speaking. Because that is who you are. You know that you were created by a speaker God. And if there's any reason he created you here, is to actually speak. This world we live in is a world created by speaking. The world you live in today is a world that was totally created by speaking. So you as a professional, you cannot thrive in this world made of speaking. Yes, the world was made of speaking, without speaking. In fact, we need you to speak in this world, especially in the diaspora. And we want to take you into a realm of Totalfidence, moving you from survivor mode silence to Totalfidence. Confidence rooted in clarity, identity, and mental competency. You have built that mental competency for years as a professional. In fact, the mental competency gave you the papers that you got that got you into the place where you are now, into that nation where you are now. So let's make that confidence complete. Let's make it total, rooted in clarity, identity, and mental competence. Because until confidence is total, it is not suitable for the diaspora experience. Until confidence is total, it is not suitable for the diaspora experience. Is not fit for the diaspora experience. Let's look at the origin of silence as self-protection in diaspora. I know that at this point you may be feeling, I think they're calling my name. Truly, I've been too silent in the diaspora. Let me take you back to the origin. If we can get to the origin, then we can get to the solution. Silence didn't start as weakness. No. It's not that you grew weak when you got into a new nation. No. It began as a shield. It began as a protection. So because your brain, your prefrontal cortex, your whole part of your body just felt this unfamiliarity in that new nation. The kind of codes they were requiring was too much. New codes, new demands, new standards, new culture. You just felt, you know what? I think the best thing to actually do here is just to be silent. So for you, it didn't begin as weakness. It began as a shield. For many professionals in the diaspora, it became their go-to strategy for safety. So again, it didn't begin as, oh, you're now weak. You don't have strength anymore. You can't, you have grown so lazy, so weak. You don't even know what to do with yourself anymore. No, it didn't actually begin that way for you. It actually began as a self-shielding, self-protecting strategy and tip for safety for you. Now, something began to happen in you. You began to say things like, if I don't speak up, they won't notice my accent. If I don't speak up, they won't notice that I'm here. And because imposter syndrome is in the mix, so there's something in you that's just saying, you know, you were just lucky to get these papers and be here like this. If you talk, if you speak up, they will know you are here and they will throw you out. So that whole battle has been in you, that whole struggle has been in you, and you've not gotten to the point where silence is your go-to. The voice keeps saying, you keep saying to yourself, if I stay quiet, I will make a mistake. And of course, I don't want to make a mistake here. So there's now this fear of making a mistake. That's how the silence began. Or you got to a point where you now said to yourself, if I shrink, I won't be seen as threatening. So your silence is actually you shrinking. And you're doing that so that nobody sees you as a threat. Nobody sees you as too smart for comfort. So nobody will throw you out. This is not humility. It is hidden self-erasure. It's not safety. It is self-erasure. It is self-destruction. It is self-sabotage. You are not being humble. You know, too many good professionals, when these conversations come to them, the first thing they say is, you know what, I just wanted to be humble. Some will say to me, I'm trying to understand the ropes of the environment. 16 years. It's been 16 whole years that you've been hiding. It's been 16 whole years of you looking for a way to just make an excuse for playing small, for playing silent. If I shrink, they will see me as a good person. They will see me as threatening, so let me just hide. It's not humility. You began silencing yourself to survive. Isn't the price too much? The price for your survival, the price for your success is your total self-erasure. The price is too much. Now you are stuck in silence and it's killing your influence. To the extent that when you see others who are shining in their voices, owning their visibility and their value, something in you just goes, am I just going to end like this? You know that you are more. But you also know that your silence is beginning to kill your influence. It's beginning to kill the value that you can actually bring. See, there's a hidden cost of staying quiet. You know more than you let on. You know that what you're letting out, you know more than it. You are paid less than you deserve. That's another cost of staying quiet. Yesterday we talked about Totalfidence, I believe, yeah. So you begin to experience less pay just because you are silent. And the people who are louder than you are not necessarily smarter. But just because, well, we hear them, we see their value, so we can actually offer them any amount. But when it comes to you, you are less paid. You deem your brilliance to remain likable or tolerated. Because if you show yourself too much, like we say it in Nigerian Palace, that don't show yourself too much. You are showing yourself too much. You too, they do. Let me bring it home. You too do. And because of that, you just say, you know what? Let me just calm down. Let me not do too much. Let me dim my brilliance so that I can remain likable or tolerated. This is the cost of staying quiet. Or you carry the weight of being twice as good for half the recognition. The kind of recognition you are given now, the kind of visibility that you have now, for those who are even trying to step out, you know that what you carry is twice more than that. But the recognition you're getting is half of your true value. That's the cost of being silent. The people who are being given double your recognition or triple your recognition have not what you have. They do not have half the worth of what is inside of you. But you chose to be silent. See, silence is evil. Silence is wicked. Silence is dangerous. Each time I work with professionals through the journey of confidence coaching and they step out and they begin to shine, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what the world would have lost. I remember a client who came in and she says, I have been this silent ever since my university days. And she says, you know what? It was so bad that I had to do drugs, not because I wanted to, but because it makes me feel high. So if there are situations where I really need to express myself, I just take it a little here and there. You know the sad part? Today, this client runs one of the biggest coaching systems in her own area. She has like a specialized area. And what she has been able to do in less than 2 years baffles me. And I'm like, this is what silence can do. So I remember a few months ago, someone reached out to me and the person was talking about vices. And I said to the person, every single vices, from drug taking to alcoholism to multiple piercing. Oh yeah? If you have multiple piercing, I'm not coming after you, but yeah. To multiple tattoos everywhere, to all kinds of vices, they are rooted in identity crisis. Take it from me. I've had clients who had no business taking drugs, but a damaged identity, silenced voice led them. This was my client. She says, when I was doing my master's program, the day I was doing my defense, they didn't know that I had taken something. I was high. That's why I could do my defense. She said to me. I mean, that's just one of the cases, right? But it's deeply rooted in an identity gap when it's not there, when it's not fixed. So the price of silence, right, is too much. The hidden cost is heavy. It's heavy. So you're being paid less. Now, looking at the diaspora dilemma, professionals from the diaspora are told you should be grateful to be here. Oh God. I really feel your pain. Those are the kind of words you hear. You know what? You should be grateful that you are here. Even people back home, when you call them, the first thing they tell you is, thank God for you. So you finally made it. Now, listen, right? If you made it to the diaspora, I'm not trying to demean your miracle. Please, disclaimer. But what I'm saying is, there's this consciousness that begins to wear from your inside that it was just mere luck. It was by chance that you are here. But have you forgotten that there are no accidents in life? There are no coincidences. If you actually made it there, the high possibility is that you merited it. You merited it. So how come? Because if you got the same job back home, you wouldn't feel this indebted to the system. Indebted to the point that the cost for your visibility in that place has to be your voice, has to be your value, has to be you just dimming down your light so that you can survive. Survivor mode silence, that's what I call it. So they say to you things like you should be grateful here. But the truth is you didn't come here to survive. No, you didn't. You came to thrive, lead, and live loudly. Your voice has to be heard. Now, when I say loudly, I'm not saying be a noisemaker. I'm saying that your voice has to be heard loud and clear. So, professionals in the diaspora, silence, even the well-mannered kind, is working against you. You know the well-mannered kindness? The one that you have dressed so well, that's looking like humility, is looking like tenderness, is looking like, I just like her kind of peaceful nature. It's not peace. Silent expert can be taken for a fool. Yes. A silent expert can be taken. Do you know that nobody knew David could actually bring Goliath down? Let's even get to the conversation. Nobody would have known that in David lay the capacity to bring down a whole Goliath. Well-experienced warrior. Did you see the way the Bible described him? Oh, by the way, Goliath is even a descriptive name for someone who is a giant, who it will be hard to bring down. Do you know that if David was a silent expert, no one would have known that Goliath could be killed? No one would have known that this small boy had the capacity to actually rule a whole nation and be one of the greatest kings who ever lived, if he was a silent expert. So, it is bad. Silence doesn't keep you safe, it keeps you small. No matter how well dressed that silence is, it is working against you. Professionals in the diaspora, your silence is working against you. I want to show you why silence limits your influence, your leadership, your visibility. Number one, silence is interpreted as insecurity. You think you want to play silence so that they can see you as worthy to be in the room. It can signal to the people that you are insecure. Yes. Confident people can tell when your silence is actually insecurity masked. They can tell. They can tell. So, your silence is bad. Thank you. Thank you, Anami. Your silence is bad. Quiet competency often goes unnoticed. Quiet competency always goes on. You know, for me, right, our message at the Smart Speakers Academy is simple. Confidence built on competency. And how do we get the competency? Smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking, yeah? But if your competence doesn't move from smart reading to smart speaking, it will go unnoticed. That's why I'm called to you, professionals. I'm called to you. Because I'm here to sound the alarm and remind you that, dear professional, let's move your smart reading to smart speaking. Because silent competency always goes unnoticed. If David was silent, he would have gone unnoticed. So you see that his competency, the ability to kill the lion, to kill the bear, to even kill Goliath, nobody would have seen it. So your silence is actually you silencing your competency. It's actually you going totally unnoticed. And you know, in the diaspora, you are in high speed. The environment is a high-stake environment. That is the kind of environment that swallows silence competency. It would go totally unnoticed. In high-stakes environment, in high-speed environment, hey, the world is on high speed. The world has never gone this high speed before. So each day you wake up, decide to never be a silent expert. Because at the pace the world is running on now, Plus, if you are now in the diaspora where the environment is even more high stakes, the speed is even higher, it is so easy for your competencies to go quiet and unnoticed. You cannot be chosen for leadership if you are not heard. That is number 3 reason why silence limits your influence, leadership, and visibility. You will not be chosen. Scratch that. You cannot be chosen for leadership if you are not heard. We don't know what is in your head. We don't know. That is why for me, if smart reading ends at smart reading, we don't know you. If it ends at smart thinking, we don't know you too. It has to move to smart speaking. That's our ecosystem. That's our chain here at the Smart Speakers Academy. That's our uniqueness. So I'm not a confidence coach. I'm the confidence coach because I bring you to move your competency. Let it move through the chain. Let it be refined through smart reading. Let it move through a process of smart thinking. Then let us see it. Let us feel it with smart speaking. You know, Jesus spoke to a point. He said, the words I speak to you, they're spirit and they're life. See, your words are spirit and life. Because they're capable of determining your position, your allocation in life, your direction in life. So those words cannot be in you buried. They're in your thoughts buried. They're in the books you read buried. We can't see them. We can't hear them. Number 4, silence limits your influence because you'll be underestimated and eventually replaced. Not because you are not good, but because you are invisible. Let me say it. Silence equals invisibility. Yep. Visibility equals speaking. Professional in diaspora. I'm looking for visibility. I want to be seen. I want to be seen. Your voice is your visibility. Your voice is your visibility. Silence equals invisibility. Please put in the comment section. Even though you're catching me, please put it in the comment section. Voice is visibility. Voice equals visibility. Silence equals invisibility. Every choice to be silent is a choice to be invisible. Whether you want to be visible or not, the day you choose to be silent, you are by default calling on invisibility. And if we do not see you, we don't know you. Even the book I read says that a light is lit and put up. We cannot hide it under the bushel. We can't see it. Confidence is not a tone of voice. It's a transfer of certainty. Confidence is not a tone of voice. It's a transfer of certainty. And if you don't transfer that certainty, you get skipped. Oh, thank you. I can see the comment section. Thank you. Your voice is your visibility. Thank you. Confidence is not a tone of voice. It's a transfer of certainty. You're transferring it. If you don't transfer that certainty, you get skipped. You get skipped. So when people say things like leadership, I just want to lead without confidence, how possible? Without your voice being heard, how possible? And I was in a conversation with a professional recently, and he said, I don't know why my vision is not being run to the point I wanted to. And that conversation, we got to the point where we discovered that, this vision is actually not being translated. Do you know that so many leaders that, they bring in the creativity, they build the system, but because even your passing of your message requires your voice. So how will the people run with your vision if your message is not passed? And how can the message be passed without your voice? Do you know that one man decided to make his voice loud? Oh, thank you. I see you, Chris. Thank you. I can see the comment section. Do you know that one man decided to transfer his certainty? He decided to transfer his certainty to the point that over 3 million people left their paradise and followed him to the wilderness. Moses in the Bible. There was no proof of a promised land. No proof. But confidence is a transfer of certainty. So confident Moses transferred the certainty of a promised land, even though not seen. transferred it to over 3 million people and they followed him. Come on now. Tell me how a professional wants to survive in this world without confidence. It's the transference of a certainty. I transfer to you that this will work and you collect it. You take it that way. Because I've shown to you with a certainty. My mentor will say with exactitude. She said, I know with that. So, there's this confidence trying to show to you that she's trying to transfer to her audience that there is a certainty. So, your confidence is not just your tone of voice. You can decide to be loud, you can decide to be calm, but it has to be transference of certainty. And it comes with a confidence. It comes with a coached confidence. Let me explain to you what I call Totalfidence. Because that's what can survive the diaspora. Oh, the diaspora is a high-stake environment. Everything is different. So, the kind of confidence you take there is Totalfidence. When I was still creating the Totalfidence bundle, I just said to myself that I wish every professional would get this before they get to the diaspora. But anyway, if you are there in the diaspora already, just know that. That's why I'm not just lumping this guides on you. We're actually going to have a confidence in the diaspora masterclass. Actually, we're actually going to have a confidence in the diaspora masterclass, which comes to you for free, totally free, for everyone who gets the bundle. So you want to get the bundle. Really, you really want to get it. So the thing is, Totalfidence is not just speaking louder. It's the kind of confidence that can thrive, that can survive the high-stakes nature of the new environment. All right? It's a confidence that flows from smart thinking. It flows from smart reading, where you are informed, gets to smart thinking, where you are mentally sharp, gets to smart speaking, where you are able to actually express what you carry with clarity, calm, and courage. It's the only kind of confidence that is suitable for the diaspora. Because it's not performative. No. Performance is not confidence. Performance is not confidence. It is earned, it is built, it is owned. That's why I gave you 21 tools to actually walk through this journey. Totalfidence is when your voice is no longer a stranger to your value. Totalfidence is when your voice is no longer a stranger to your values. Please put it in the comment section. Totalfidence is when your voice is no longer a stranger to your value. What brings the word stranger is the strange environment. So back at home, you were confident. Oh, your voice had a relationship, an intimate relationship with your value. So when you are home, you are the engineer. Everybody knew. When you come to work, we could see from your voice the kind of value you bring to the office, to the system. But ever since you became a stranger, I hope you know that diaspora, or when we say someone is a diaspora, the person is actually a stranger. When we say diaspora, we're actually referring to a strange land, right? So that's what brought the term stranger into that conversation, right? So Totalfidence is when your voice is no longer a stranger to your value. When your value and your voice now have a relationship. You're no longer a stranger to your voice. Your voice is no longer a stranger to your value. All right, and so I built a framework for you. You have to get this framework in the 21-in-1 Totalfidence in the diaspora bundle so that you can build an actual relationship, an actual bond, an actual romantic relationship, an actual intimate relationship between your value and your voice in any land, strange or not. That's what I call Totalfidence. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope that this session was a beautiful moment for you. You want to catch replay if you joined in late. You want to share this with every professional in the diaspora who's struggling with actually getting their voice and their visibility and value seen and recognized in the diaspora. Send us a DM, just DM us Total, and we give you a link to access the 21-in-1 Totalfidence the Diaspora bundle. Yeah, it is 5 days to go to the flash sale. Flash sale will be on July 30th. You want to get this bundle for just 21,000 naira. Otherwise, after the flash sale, you're getting it for almost 90 something thousand naira, because each guide will go for 4,500 naira. So you want to get it really quickly. Now that all the guides are just for 8,000 naira each, trust me, it's a token, it's a giveaway. It's a giveaway, really. It's a no-brainer. You just have to get it for yourself and for every professional that you know. Spread the word. Let them know that there's finally a solution to the crisis of the diaspora, the confidence crisis of the professional in the diaspora. Thank you so much for joining us. You on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Smart Speakers Academy, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to the Smart Speakers Academy on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms. Like this video when it goes live, and then comment. I'll respond to your comment. I'll respond to your questions. I love us to continue the conversation in the comment section. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Have you? All right. Thank you so much for joining in today. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is 7 p.m. Yes, tomorrow is 7 p.m. on Saturday, 7 p.m. We're here. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. This is the Smart World.